Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you an incredible trick to bring old rusty tools back to life and fix a seemingly dead battery, all using some common household items and a few clever techniques. First, I'm starting with this simple metal box and a couple of bolts. The holes need to be just wide enough for the bolts to pass through easily, but not too loose. But no, my drill isn't working. To test what the problem is, I will replace the battery and see if the drill works. The drill works immediately. You can see I'm using a battery that works perfectly to power this drill. You can see the drill makes quick work of this, creating perfectly sized openings for our next step. Now, with the holes drilled, I'm carefully inserting the bolts into place. I'm threading a nut onto each bolt, tightening it down to hold the bolts securely in the metal block. Next up, let's look at these batteries. I have two batteries, one that works perfectly as indicated by the light and the drill spinning effortlessly, and another that is completely dead, showing no power at all. This dead battery is what we'll focus on reviving. I'll mark the non-working battery with an X to clearly distinguish it from the healthy one. Now, let's check the condition of these batteries. I'm using a multimeter to measure the voltage across the terminals. As you can see, this working battery has a voltage of 19.28 volts, exactly what we expect from a fully functional battery. The dead battery shows 0.00 volts, confirming it has no charge. This indicates that the battery isn't holding a consistent charge, which is why it's not working effectively with the drill. This battery is completely dead, but I believe we can bring it back to life. But don't worry, I just have an idea to tell you. Trying to charge the dead battery with a regular charger is futile, but I will use the charger to test this dead battery again. The light remains green, indicating it's either fully charged or not detecting a battery, but we know it's completely drained. As for the charger, it is still working normally. The indicator light on the charger turns red, indicating that it is receiving power. To start revitalizing the battery, I'm applying some WD-40 to its terminals. The Y here is important. WD-40 acts as a lubricant and a penetrating oil, helping to dissolve any rust, dirt, or corrosion that might be blocking the electrical contacts. For a more thorough cleaning, I'm taking a piece of sandpaper and gently scrubbing the battery terminals. This step is crucial because it helps to remove any remaining rust or oxidation that the WD-40 couldn't handle on its own, exposing fresh, conductive metal underneath. This improves conductivity. Clean terminals mean a better chance for the battery to accept a charge and function properly. I'm repeating the process, applying a bit more WD-40 and then thoroughly wiping down the battery terminals with a clean cloth. This ensures all the debris and excess oil are removed, leaving the contacts pristine and ready for a good connection. Luckily, there is a good battery here. I will show you how to power up a dead battery. Now let's get creative. I prepared 2 utility knives for the battery jumpstart process. I'm attaching these utility knife blades to the battery terminals. The flat, conductive surface of the blade acts as an excellent bridge between the terminals, creating a strong connection. This involves connecting the positive terminal of one battery to the negative terminal of the other. Then, I'm connecting the two batteries together using these rods, forming a series connection. This allows us to combine their power. To test the combined power, I've created a simple circuit with a light bulb. Look at that. The bulb lights up brightly, proving our series connection works effectively. This process can sometimes reactivate dormant cells in a battery, allowing it to take a charge again. After observing the circuit, I disconnected the light bulb and removed the metal rods that were linking the batteries. Now for the magic. I'm connecting the power source to our dead battery. Look closely. The red light on the battery indicates that it's finally receiving a charge. While our battery charges, let's prepare for another task: rust removal. I've taken a plastic container and filled it with water. Then, I add several spoonfuls of salt and stir thoroughly until it dissolves completely. This creates an electrolytic solution, which is key for our rust removal process. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. Now, I'll prepare the wires for our electrolysis setup. I'm stripping the plastic insulation from one of the ends of these wires using a sharp knife. Exposing the copper wire is critical for making good electrical contacts for our electrolysis setup. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. I strip the ends of both a red and a white wire to expose the copper. Then, I attach small metal rings to the ends of the red wire. At the other end of the white wire, I stripped the insulation in preparation for attaching the object to be derusted. Here I have an old pair of scissors covered in rust. They look dull and are hard to open. I attached the stripped white wire end to the scissors. Back to our repaired battery. I'm attaching the gasket and light bulb wires again to show that it's still delivering consistent power. The bright light bulb shows that our battery boosting process is really effective. This confirms the stability of our battery modification. It's great to see it working reliably. Let's check the battery voltage one last time with the multimeter. The reading is now a healthy 19.90 volts. Our dead battery is fully charged. It's fantastic to see it come back to life. As you can observe, the readings are now much more stable and within the expected range, showing a successful revitalization. I'm reinserting the now fully functioning battery into my drill. The drill powers right up and sounds strong. It's ready for any task, all thanks to a few simple repairs. What a satisfying result! Now, for the main event, rust removal from these old rusty scissors. I'm placing the scissors into the saltwater solution. They're heavily rusted, but we're going to change that. I added a bolt to the end of the red wire in preparation for electrolysis. I'm attaching the positive wire from our restored battery to a piece of bolt and submerging it in the salt water. The negative wire is connected to the rusty scissors, also submerged. You can already see tiny bubbles forming on the scissors. This is the Y of electrolysis. The electrical current forces the rust, iron oxide, to separate from the metal and dissolve into the solution. The electrolysis process is now in full swing. You can see the water becoming murky and darker as the rust detaches from the scissors and collects around the positive electrode. This takes time, but it's a very effective way to remove even stubborn rust without damaging the underlying metal. This process is truly amazing to watch. After allowing sufficient time for the electrolysis to work, I'm carefully removing the scissors from the solution. As you can see, most of the heavy rust has been loosened. Now, I'm taking sandpaper once again and giving the scissors a thorough scrub. This helps to completely clean off any remaining residue and smooth out the surface, preparing it for its final polish. The transformation is already remarkable. To clean off the detached rust and sanding residue, I'm pouring clean water over the scissors. This washes away the grime, giving us a clearer view of the progress. I use sandpaper to scrub away the remaining loosened rust, revealing the clean metal underneath. This step helps remove any stubborn spots and gives the metal a smoother, cleaner finish. Another rinse helps remove the fine particles created during this polishing stage. Finally, I'm drying the scissors with a soft, clean cloth. This removes all moisture, preventing new rust from forming, and helps bring out the shine of the freshly cleaned metal. From a rusty, seemingly useless pair of scissors, to a sparkling, functional tool. And that battery, once dead, is now powering my drill like new. If you find the video interesting, please give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.